We should be halfway across the Pacific. However, the winds have not been great. So in 18 knots of wind, one of our lazy jack lines broke, and Rob's gonna have to go up the mast. It's 3 a.m.
Y'all are not gonna believe what's in our bathroom right now.
How big is it?
It's pretty big.
This is the kind of night we've had. It picks up to like 20 to 25. The waves were bucking. I smelled something burning. So we just got hit by another huge wave, and Davis's shower thing just completely fell off the wall.
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds, and we're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming, we'll keep running, nothing in our way. We got what it takes. Here we go with the sunlight on our skin. It's a brand new day, it's ours to take, and we will let it in. This is where the adventure begins.
Davis, look, there's a cargo ship.
I know!
Wow. I haven't seen another sign of life in like 3 days.
Sailing boat, this is Golden Jinjang. How do you read
This is a sailing boat. This is Paradise Falls. Come in, Jang Jang.
Yeah, good. Captain, good evening to you, sir. This is Golden Jinjang, Captain speaking. All okay with your boat? You're fine?
We are doing well. We are on our way to Hiva Oa in French Polynesia.
Fine, this is far away. Nice. Because you see, I was checking on you a couple of hours and you have no any speed, so that's why I was just curious. Are you still alive or not? So luckily you are. Alright, have a pleasant time. Oh.
Thank you very much. You guys have a safe journey as well. Paradise Falls standing by on 16.
Over now.
I mean, we're going 5 knots, but that was nice of him to check on us.
There he goes. Y'all have been going the same speed for hours. I'm like,
Wow, what a nice guy. I guess he's probably bored as crap too.
yeah. He's like, there's another boat out here. Oh my gosh.
I can talk to somebody.
God.
Davis, how are you doing so far?
Well, after that, oh yes, good.
But how are you? We've been at sea. This is your longest passage ever.
I don't like it. We don't got Wi-Fi. We have to watch the same movies over and over and over again.
And have you read any books?
Partially. Hey, I don't like reading. Okay.
Yeah, Mom and Davis are kind of over this.
I mean, Dad here's like.
Dad is enjoying it.
I don't know.
Davis and Mom, not so much.
This is just a, I think it's a great journey. I mean, it's, you know, not everybody gets to do something like this, and yeah, I mean, it's long, it's boring.
It's like a lot of people don't run marathons because they know they can't like be in their brain for 26 miles, but my God, this is, I was good with 11 days. 14 days is pushing it. By the time 30 days comes.
But this is our longest passage, so once this is done, we got that under our belt, everything else is going to be a piece of cake.
Sweet Jesus. Day 15. We should be halfway across the Pacific. However, the winds have not been great. We've been communicating with some other cruisers that are also on the same milk run that we are, and they're all going between like 4.5 and 5.5 knots. So probably gonna take us longer than 30 days to get there, which crew morale is a little low today. How's it going so far? How's school? At least we've done 1 week of school.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling? How's this going?
I'm not feeling sick any. I mean, I felt a little bit sick on Sundays, but the whole time I'm not really sick, so.
So for
good.
anyone that's planning on doing this, would you suggest anything?
Well, don't go. It's horrible. Like,
It's not horrible. You've been on your phone half the time.
that's true.
Download a ton of movies.
Yeah.
Download YouTube videos.
I mean, I'm just saying, don't go on this trip, 'cause I mean, you're gonna get really bored really fast.
We're just I would love to say something more interesting. It's not very interesting when you're just floating around an ocean for 15 days. I'd love to say we did like exciting stuff, like we played tons of board games or I don't know, but no one really feels like doing anything. You just feel like laying around all day and either sleeping or just reading and not moving. So I had planned to work out every day. I downloaded some Pilates videos and some yoga videos. I thought, yeah, I can do this 30 days, be in great shape when I get to French Polynesia, but so far I've worked out once because trying to work out with these waves, yeah, not so much. Oh, actually twice, because we worked out as a family. So before I left, Five Below had these things. We've got like 3 different ones, but you just kind of roll it. So Davis rolls it and it tells us what to do, and there's one just like this and tells you like how many reps or how many seconds. So we've done that as a family a couple times, but exercising out here amongst the waves is challenging. I'm so sure these waves to you look completely benign, but I'm gonna try to walk to the galley. Oh, of course it's gonna be easy. Okay, I know we're not a monohull, I'm not complaining. But still, the waves get big on a catamaran, and being in the 15th day of constantly moving like this is really... Got our fish for our tacos. I think crew morale just increased a little bit with the fish tacos. It was getting sad that we kept putting up lines and weren't catching anything, or if we did, I lie. Rob caught 2 fish before, but they were something you don't eat because it's really dark, fishy meat. So. And one casualty we have down is our salt shaker. I mean, this thing has lived on the boat now almost a year and never had any issue with humidity or moisture getting in the salt shaker, but since being out here, the first 5 days was so incredibly humid, everything on the boat. I mean, we're having to go around, wipe mold off of stuff, but what kind of salt shaker do you use that doesn't get moisture up it?
So I got my fish, yay, first fish of the trip.
No, it's first edible fish.
First edible fish of the trip. A little bitty Mikey, but hey, it's dinner.
We're having fish tacos.
But the clouds have taken shape over us and it's getting very cloudy and dark, so we're not producing as much power. So we are going to go into power conservation mode.
That means no ice.
But hey, look, I keep this boat running, and that's my job, is to make sure that we have power for the rest of the night and to get us through into the morning to where we can start generating power again. And we don't have to turn the generator on.
So that probably means I won't get my Ninja Creamy tonight and no ice.
Yeah, we're only at 88%.
What else do you make me turn off?
The fan.
Oh, the fan. That fan from PriceSmart was the best purchase we ever made because it's like having just a blower to move air. It has been a godsend on this trip, but it's gonna be a long night. Best meal I think we've had on this passage. Fresh fish tacos. We had one tiny little head of cabbage that was still alive.
But today didn't come without its strife.
No.
Had to climb up the mast in the middle of the ocean with the sails up.
So in 18 knots of wind, one of our Lazy Jack lines broke, and Rob's gonna have to go up the mast in this rolly sea. All right, Dad's got the line, so he's just gonna tie it off. So now what do you need to do to fix this?
Let's splice a couple lines together. I had to go get the line for the Lazy Jack before it went into the mast and down the mast, so I'd have to feed it again. So I went ahead and climbed up the mast and got that done.
And fixed the
noise.
And fixing the moaning Edson wheel.
Yes.
What happened to it?
So good day.
Good day. All right, so
It's 3 a.m.
y'all are not gonna believe what's in our bathroom right now.
How big is it?
It's pretty big.
Oh, jeez.
So I come down here. Luckily, you stayed in the bathroom. Look at that.
Oh my God.
We have a bird.
Dude, you crapped in my shower.
That's
He
his
was not
food.
there when I came down.
He wasn't.
How did he get in?
How crazy is that, guys?
He walked through the salon and down here?
No, he fell through the thing, I think.
We're gonna get you out. Just chill out.
Really rough day today. How big did you say the waves were?
Waves are up to 3 meters, which is about 12 feet. It's not all the time, but just some of the times. And then we got these squalls that just come through here.
It rained off and on all night long. It's just not been comfortable since last evening.
It's just, I mean, this is supposed to be a milk run. It's like a washing machine run. Like, honestly.
Davis, how you feeling?
A little sick.
A little sick? Yeah, today's kind of a rough day. It is end of day 16. I'm on my night shift. It's about 11 o'clock. We've got like weather all around us. We've got 18 knots of wind, going about 8 knots. Thank God. But we feel like we're on this ripping roller coaster because we're just like going up the waves and down, up the waves and down. And I'm just had a really rough day today. I'm kind of making this because, you know, like when you have your babies, after you have them, you're like, oh yeah, I want to get pregnant again, you know, want more kids. But you know, when you're in labor, you're like, I'm never doing this again, this sucks. And this is kind of where I am, where like, it's just been a really rough day. Like I'm fine with like 10 to 14 day passages, but like this 16 day 16 days of being in 500 square feet, as much as I love Robin Davis, like very limited Wi-Fi, just the constant moving of everything is just exhausting. Like doesn't matter how much sleep I get, I'm lethargic. Like walking up and down the stairs is hard. Taking a shower, like you're being knocked between the two walls, like you're just trying to brace yourself. It's just been a lot. I just wanted to, I'm smiling, but I don't know why, because I was crying earlier, and I told Rob, never ever doing this again. I'll cross the Atlantic, but I'm an airplane girl. I will fly to our next destination. At least, that's where I am right now. So
We are rocking and rolling. Oh. We've got the sails up. We've got reefs in the mainsail. 2 reefs in the mainsail, so it's getting ready to be night. We've got about 18 knots of wind. And Shannon's making soup. Huh? You're making fresh bread and soup?
broccoli cheddar soup. And you have to stand here and hold it because even with the silicone pad, with all this rocking, it's, you know.
Yeah, we don't have a monohull, so there's no gimbal on the stove. So when we're rocking and rolling, we gotta sit there and actually hold things together. But it's nice and sunny right now, and we are cruising. 17 knots, 18 knots of wind, speed over the ground, 7.5, and that's with 2 reefs. So I got a big surprise. Right now on the clock up there, it says we are now at 2,200 miles to go out of a 4,000 mile trip.
We're not even halfway there yet.
200 more miles will be halfway there.
We're at
But-
17 days, so it's going to take us 34 days to get there.
But we're moving a lot faster than we were. I mean,
Yes.
the first, 4 days of the trip?
First 10 days, we were crawling.
I mean, we had like no wind, the current was against us, and it was nuts. But hopefully now.
Now we're just riding the rough roller coaster. You knew I smelled something stinky. Hey dude, you really stink. So this is the kind of night we've had. It picks up to like 20 to 25. The waves were bucking. I smelled something burning and come down, and this thing has
turned itself on.
And we've had water up on the windshield all in the middle of the night. So we just got hit by another huge wave, and Davis's shower thing just completely fell off the wall. So we were hit on the side of the boat. And it's almost midnight. Did that scare you?
No, I was just laying in my bed. It was a thud, and I was like, oh
That
no.
was more than a thud.
No.
It like picked up the back of the boat and like shook it.
No, this.
Did water come in there?
Yeah.
No.
And that's closed, right?
We want to close it all the way.
Oh.
We need to wipe all this up.
Yes, we have
This
to
has
wipe all
gotta-
this.
Holy.
This has been a heck of a night. So, while that was going on, our hatch got left open, and so now our entire bed is soaking wet. So, it's been a really fun night. There's a storm that went across, so now we've got like waves that are just having the boat go up and down.
So it is day 18, and we had a very eventful night, but it was crazy. I mean, we did 75 miles last night by ourselves. I mean, we were doing between 8 to 10 knots. The seas were pitching us around. Got a little bit of rain. I was up manning the helm, and I forgot that I left the hatch open, and it started raining, so we got rain on our bed. So we turned the boat about a 90 degrees to where we got following seas right now. I've got the jib out. We're doing 6 knots. We each need to take a break for a little while. It was just a rough night. So I haven't slept at all. I've been awake all night. So I'm going to get some rest, and we're going to get the rest of the crew up so they can begin their shifts.
Ooh, that was a heck of a night. Davis slept out here. Stuff out here is drying. And Rob's finally gonna go down and get some rest. He got like an hour and a half last night, but really he let me go down and sleep till 6. So we're gonna change shifts now at 6.
Last night was a particularly tough night.
Probably the worst and scariest night of my entire life.
We had waves on the beam, probably I would say 3 meters at least. And we had winds from anywhere between 18 to 24, 25, 26 knots at times. We had 2 reefs in the main, 2 reefs in the Genoa, and we were flying at 8 to 10 knots. I had dropped the lazy jacks and we tried to adjust the sails a little bit, but it just made matters worse because the boat became unbalanced, so we put it back where it was. And I just stayed up all night sitting up at the helm and rode it out until 7 o'clock this morning, where the sun came up and Shannon and I could get up and we could...
Well, because the autopilot was skipping because the waves were like such force.
Yeah.
Like it felt like the mast was gonna fall, the rudder was gonna break, like.
Well, we got through it, and you know, at the end of the day, it was a beautiful day today. I hear anyway. I slept for the most of it. Thank you very much for my wife to keep watch while I slept this morning. And hopefully tonight we've changed our position, We're now at 300 degrees, heading back north somewhat. We're down at about 7 degrees. We need to get back up to about 5 degrees to get better winds and stuff. So hopefully once we get back up there, it's closer to the doldrums, it's gonna lessen up a little bit and the wind should be shifting to the east. So we should have some not exactly following seas, but puffs of wind blowing us towards Hibaoa, and we can raise our beautiful Oxley sail and get some real miles underneath us, doing a lot better knots than 4 knots. So.
A beautiful day 20, and look who's flying. Finally, I've had a downwind day. There wasn't too much wind, and it's downwind, and we got our girl flying. So I'll show you the repairs, which I think they did a relatively good job. You see over there, that's where it ripped. So she doesn't look as patchwork as I thought she was gonna look.
Beautiful. Love it. I'm glad it went up easier today than it did yesterday.
We tried to put her out yesterday, but she kept folding in over on herself, and I don't know, something just didn't seem right. We gave up, and then now today we've got 7.7 knots of wind behind us, and we're going between 5 and 6 knots, so I think that's pretty dang good. I don't care what anyone says. Your boat on passage, it's so filthy. I mean, just dust. We've had an issue with mold. We've never had an issue with mold, and we're having issues with mold on, like, my wicker baskets. We've had mold in our, like, blankets, hats. Just, we've never had an issue with mold. We've always running humidifiers. I mean, almost a year into this, and then on this trip, Rob thinks it's because we spent so much time in Panama and all that debris and crap from the city, but just really, mold is a beast, and it's a pain in the butt to get rid of. So we've done all the vinegar, whatever solution has been on the internet, 4th cup vinegar, a 4th water and vinegar, bleach, vinegar, and hydrogen peroxide. None of that has seemed to work. What I have found that works the best is this stuff. I got it at Home Depot. I got this, and then I got like a gallon size. And so far that's been to help get all those mold spores away. I'm wiping general surfaces with that vinegar solution, and we're trying to do that like once a week. And that's been helping, but I cannot imagine how dirty this boat can get on passage. It is insane.
All right, so it's getting to be nighttime. Since this is our first go at the Parasailor, we're gonna go ahead and douse it for tonight. Last night the weather got really bad, so I don't want this flying in the middle of the night when the weather's bad, and then we gotta take it down. So
we're not quite ready for that, so we're gonna douse the sail.
We're gonna douse it, and then we'll put it back out. But we had a great day today. We're doing between 7 and 7.5 knots, a good part of the day with her up. And we did probably, what, 7 hours of it?
Yep.
So, yeah. Tomorrow we'll get it up even earlier.
And at night, I don't like this door being open, so I zip that all the way up so I'm nice and secure in the helm enclosure. So I got the main up with 2 reefs in the main. And we're set for the night. So now that we've got our main up, we've realized we've got waves on our beam all night long, and that's probably the worst direction for waves to come from. And it's gonna make our boom bang all night long. So We just decided we're gonna drop the main, so we had to bring our jib back in. We're turning back into the wind. We're gonna drop the main, and then we'll let the jib back out and get back on our heading.
So we put up the sail for the first time, and we noticed there was still a couple of little holes, so we're gonna do some sail tape and tape the sail up where the tiny holes are. They're really tiny, but when it's blown up out there, you can really see it as the sun's shining through. So we're gonna go ahead
So we
and get
fixed
that.
this one. So it looks pretty good.
Good job.
See this one, you can barely see the right here.
A little bitty tear right there, but we're gonna go ahead and tape that up. Sail as tight as possible.
Now we're gonna try and break out our parasailer again and have another successful parasailing day.
So this morning I'm looking at the chafe from yesterday. Since we had the break last time, we've got a new halyard piece up there, and the chafe on the, it's hard to see, but it's only this little bit right here. It's kind of chafed. That's over 7 hours. But we're gonna need to monitor that and then adjust. So we're gonna have to, like, every 4 or 5 hours, just let it out a little bit so the chafe point is different up there.
So Rob is at the front. He's the one that runs all the lines.
All right, you got that one.
Good. So we got the sail raised on the spinnaker halyard, and now Rob is getting ready to deploy the sail. So I just have to make sure the port and starboard lines are taut.
Yodaman!
And she's up. Now Rob's just trimming her to get as much speed out of her as we can. Do you have on yours? Shut up!
Or just, yeah, you broke it. We can't slow the boat down, that's the problem.
Well, yeah. Because we actually have a decent sailing day with our parasailor up, so it's not like we're motoring, we can slow it down.
Oh crap.
Fish tacos would have been really good.
It's gone, isn't it?
No, stuck.
What's stuck?
Stuck on the
Did you get it stuck on the davits?
on the solar panel.
So day 20 has been pretty good. We've got 7.3 knots of wind, and we're going 5.9 with our beautiful parasailor. And beautiful weather. There's been a nice cool breeze. It's not stifling hot in the boat. So I'm gonna say this is day 20, and this is probably my first normal feeling day that I felt this whole trip. I have been crabby. I've been not in a great mood. I've been tired, just lethargic. Just the movement of the boat all the time, I was just lethargic. But today, I guess yesterday, started drinking my liquid aminos again and my electrolytes, and I wasn't nauseous. I just lethargic. Just you don't feel like doing anything. So just laying around and reading and just not having any activity. I actually wore my Apple Watch for 2 consistent days because I wanted to see like what the average activity I was getting. 1,200 steps a day, and that's throughout the day. Like I'd put laundry out in the line, going up and down the steps, cooking, 1,200 steps. And usually in life, when you're, walking from the parking lot to the supermarket, just in daily life, you're getting like 3,000 to 5,000 steps. I was getting 10,000 steps a day, so I just feel not getting all the activity in. But today is the first good day, and well, probably the best day that I've had in like 20 days.